Okay, so here's the follow-up on my previous video. Since that video I did some weathering, did some panel outlining, a bit of lightening on the sides, a bit of lightening for the colors on the top. The wheels are put under. Only thing that remains are the tracks. As I said in my previous video, not always all too sure about which is the best way to go. As I said earlier, doing the whole thing in black or only doing the outlines. As you can see in my part 3 of my JAM113 Groupbuild video, I did it, I covered the whole vehicle in black and then went over it with olive drab. The olive drab has been lightened on some panels, on the hatches mainly. I'll try and point out what I did. On these hatches, on all the higher surfaces, I mixed the olive drab with a bit of white and did it again with a little more white, and then eventually I highlighted all the lines again with a bit of olive drab mixed with black, so it stands out a little more. As you can see now, it's covered in a gloss coat, ready for the decals. The photo etch screens have been put on. They fit very well, these two. I think they really add some detail to it. Not always fond of photo etch material due to the fact that I don't think that it's always an improvement. But anyway, in this case it is an improvement, and not only is it an improvement on the real vehicle, as I have seen on the internet, the screens are not always attached, so in real life these things are also an accessory, an extra protection. Things I still have to do. I hope the camera goes that way. Yep, it does. All the potholes, all the visors, the periscopes, etc. need to be colored. Some antennas have to go on. I have to work out some details, being the handles on the axe, on the crowbar, etc. So that will be detailed with a fine brush. And of course the tracks have to be painted. I just tested on a little lip which is on the end of this material. These tracks, although being the rubbery type which we are all accustomed to, can be a pain in the ass to glue together. These ones can be glued with the same glue as you use for the kit. So I'll have to spray them in a metallic color and then pick out the rubber road blocks, or how do you call those, centerpieces. These ones, they have to remain black, so those will be picked out with a small brush again and then glued on. So that's how far it went. I'm gonna put on the decals and then do some detail work, and I'll come back to you in the next bit. Okay, this is what she looks like after the gloss coat is dried. All the decals went on and some detailed paint work. The indicator lights, headlights, and on the back side as well. The backlights, small reflectors on the side. Painted the tow cable. And on the top deck I painted the tools. Still got some weathering to do, antennas to go on. And of course the tracks. But first I will tone it whole a bit down by putting on a transparent matte based coat. And for that I'm using this Mr. Hobby Color Flat Clear. I thinned it down with a bit of Tamiya thinner, the X20A. As soon as that dries we'll see what that looks like, and then perhaps do a little more weathering, a bit more dusting, and then she'll be done. So be back in a minute. Hey guys, this is my entry to the JAM113 Groupbuild, organized by GrimJimc and Mark O'Neill. Yeah, well, what can I say? It's done. I did some post shading, I did some pre-shading, and in the end I think the result is pleasing. I'm very happy with the result in any way. So did all the decals. I did some detailed paint work. As you can see, the indicator light, and on there is a signal light, a rotating signal light on each corner. And I hope the camera picks up the pre-shading, still shining a bit through. I did some pigments on the tracks, make it look a little rusty. I detail painted all the tools on the aft deck, as you can see. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna give it another wash or if I'll just leave it as is. I'll pick it up and show the tracks. A bit of rusty staining. Yeah, well, all in all, a pleasing kit, an enjoyable build, and I think the only parts that let the kit down are the rubber tracks, which are very awkward to fit. They can be glued with regular plastic cement, but it was quite awkward to get them on. They don't really fit that well. They are a bit too elastic. Yeah, well. And other thing which I think is letting the kit down are the very poor instructions. I'm not sure if anybody else doing the kit from this brand have the same experience, but in all fairness it was my experience, and it could be me just not experienced enough, but in any way. This is what she looks like finished. So I hope you all participants enjoy themselves as much as I did. And for my part of the group build, it's me signing out and saying goodbye. I hope to see you soon in the next video.